All right, good morning. Welcome. Now, I have a question for you. Did you know that the name Friday actually comes from an old English word which means day of Frigg? Frigg being the goddess of love and fertility. What?
Fertilizer.
Wow, really?
yeah, but hey, come on. And in some cultures, it is considered to be a lucky day.
Yeah.
Some other people in urban legend, it depends on the date it comes on.
Yeah,
It might
very,
be a
very
problem.
true.
But hey, come on Fridays, we're here to oh, why am I doing this?
Yeah,
I don't do makeup.
Yeah,
It's
whatever.
not makeup, it's just small. It's just
Don't worry, full foundation, lipstick, everything's still coming. We have we have quite a lot still coming your way today. Make sure you sow a seed of love, of joy, of happiness, and then together we make the world a better.
Like I said, it's just quite part, but there's somebody I know with full makeup.
Okay.
With the lipstick joint, with even the hair, everything. Jenny!
How you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Good morning, guys. I like the vibe today. It's really nice and rich. And that thing about Friday.
Yeah. Pity, love, joy.
Oh, Friday the 13th?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, some of us like it like that. Anyway, it's a beautiful Friday morning, and it's going to be a great show.
All right, so it's going to be a wonderful show. Let's get straight into what we have this morning. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
I'm Titilaya. We are really stoked about today's show. It's going to be BEA.
Beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful show. So yeah, just wherever you are, of course, if you are online, it will be tvcentertainment.tv, and of course our app is available. You can watch it anywhere. Social media, of course, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria TVC to engage with us, so that you can know across all platforms you can engage with us.
We show live on GOTV on channel 16. And then, of course, we'll be having our fashion segment today. And to commemorate the International Day of the African Child, we're going to be highlighting wow, the energy in that scene.
Energy, shouting.
Ah, that's some interesting energy.
No, you can't do energy without shouting.
Wow.
But yeah, well, I guess it depends on the context and what was happening at that particular point in time. Yeah? So, you know, incidentally, I was thinking of something. I was playing Come Alive, the soundtrack from Greatest Showman.
Okay.
And I remember what the protagonist was talking about when he said he wanted to move into circus. And he said something about, okay, museums are, or as for the context of that movie, having a museum was not alive. You wanted people to come alive and said, okay, let's get a circus. And that's where that song Come Alive came. Yeah. But then I've seen some movies talking about things that are not generally alive, but due to the sound and the ambience, they make it seem like so. So it just brought me to life and said, look, you can make anything seem like anything with the right constituents around
Put it in the right environment.
Yeah, you just put it with the right things and all of that. So I was like, I could put a museum, and then what if there was music playing with it? And then as you were going, maybe say you were telling the story of Alexander the Great, and then you were talking about his battles, and then you were seeing pictures, or you were seeing fossils or something of that time, and then there was some music playing or something. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. So ambience can make white look black, can make red look green.
I was thinking, I'm trying to, piggyback on what you're saying, because a lot of people don't understand how important your imagination is in how you receive something. So we watch these movies. Like the movies we're going to talk about later on. The movies we're going to talk about later on, like the graphics and the animation and everything that they put into those films came from someone's imagination or a group of people. And they were probably had to put themselves in a particular environment to thrive, which is why sometimes we wait for Nigerian movies to get to a certain level and they don't get there, because I just feel like the people putting these movies and events together are not being put in the right space of mind.
Yeah, but then again, speaking about imagination now, I was listening to someone. that song totally. Fifi, imagination. You want. But then again, even for those videos, the song and then what the person portrays literally is what brings it to life. That's what makes it so funny. And the translation of that.
Do you fantasize?
I have visions.
Wow.
Is that bad? I have visions. No, but
but no, I mean, what I mean fantasize is like, there's some that you're visualizing what you want or what could happen and maybe do. I'm talking about fantasy, like something that might almost not happen.
It's not
like,
real.
Imagine like, oh, you just think that, oh, wait, imagine I just take a flight from Jupiter to Pluto.
Wow.
Like that. Like, do you fantasize like,
out of this world?
Yes, out of this world fantasize. Do you do that?
I do that. I literally, sometimes, if I say this, it might be spooky, but sometimes I actually think about people like I'm around. I'm like, okay, fine, why is Titi? Why is Mike? Why am I me? Why can't I just enter this place now? Like, I'm here.
I tell you.
It's
It's not an out-of-body experience.
There's one question I used to ask when I was much younger. I would not know with that. I would think and I would ask, like, what's the essence of life?
What's like?
When I think about astrology,
Hell,
I think about that, okay, there's a universe, there's a galaxy, there's a Milky Way, and there are...
Let's come back down to the one that we know. There are the clouds, and sometimes there can be rain, and that's why we give you the weather.
Wow.
Created a National Economic Council team headed by Vice President Kashim Shettima. President Tinubu has now appointed 8 special advisors into his cabinet. The following are those appointed: Dele Alake, who is the special advisor, special duties, communications strategy; Yao Darazo, special advisor, political and intergovernmental affairs; Wale Edun, special advisor, monetary policy; Olu Verejen, special advisor, energy; Zakios Adedeji, special advisor, revenue; Nuhu Ribadu, special advisor, security; and John Ugochukwu, special advisor, industry, trade and investment; Salma Ibrahim Anas, special advisor, health. Our special advisor to the president is supporting role in the executive arm of government of Nigeria, whose duty is to assist the president in the performance of his functions. The president also received the former military head of state, retired General Abdul Salami Abubakar, at the presidential villa in Abuja. After a closed-door meeting, the former head of state told State House correspondents that there can only be development when the country is in peace. He also reacted on the federal government's removal of fuel subsidy.
Let's always give peace a chance. It's absolutely necessary, because if there is no peace, there is no country. And Nigeria, there is enough for everybody. So let us try to be each other's keeper and also put our own hands on deck to move the country forward. This subsidy issue has been on and off and so on. But Mr. President has taken a decision to remove it, and I hope we will all see how to help him to make sure.
Now, the federal government of Nigeria is seeking a sustained intervention from the Global Fund to consolidate the gain in the fight against malaria, tuberculosis, and AIDS. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, made the appeal in Abuja while receiving in audience the delegation from the Global Fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, and the country coordinating mechanism led by the acting chairman of Global Fund Country Coordinating Mechanism for Nigeria, Ayo Ipimoye. Mr. Akume, who thanked the funding organization for its contribution in stemming the tide of the diseases in the country, appealed for more intervention. He added that his office will continue to collaborate with the organization to ensure the implementation of the intervention. The country portfolio manager in Nigeria, Jean Thomas Nobusi, said the Global Fund has approved about $1 billion for Nigeria as part of its grants to assist the country in the fight against tuberculosis, malaria, and HIV/AIDS for the next 3 years, and the implementation plan will commence from January 2024. Now to foreign stories. Survivors from a fishing boat that sank off southern Greece in one of Europe's worst migrant disasters say up to 100 children may have been on board. At least 78 people have already been confirmed dead in the disaster. But scores more could still be missing at sea, with reports suggesting that up to 750 people were aboard the vessel. Reports from Greece show that 11 to 12 arrests have been made at the Kalamata Port Authority. The country's Coast Guard has been criticized for not intervening earlier, but authorities say their offers of aid were refused. Rescuers are still scouring the seas of Greece in a massive search operation as hopes of finding more survivors dwindle. Shocking accounts of a large number of women and children traveling in the hold of a ship have come via medics who treated the mostly male survivors.
Welcome back. Now let's take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the papers. We're going to be taking a quick look, and Mike is here in the studio with me. Yay. All right, so let's see what we have on the cover of the Vanguard, shall we? Yes, it says here, of course, today is Friday, June 16th. It says here, Tinubu to NEC. No excuse for failure. No excuse for failure. It says... a little further, NEC considers payment of 703 billion naira to workers as palliative for subsidy removal. Mulls legislative financial support for vehicle manufacturers to approach World Bank for loan. Daily fuel consumption drops from 66 million to 41 million. Mike, I kind of expected that issue with fuel to drop, the consumption of fuel to drop. I feel like a lot of people are not taking their cars out anymore. You know, people are carpooling more. I think people are walking a lot more as well. Definitely. I don't know if you've noticed.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely that one we know that was going to come. I just want to mention, of course, the major headline there where Tinubu to NEC says no excuse for failure. He also gave a message to the governors and said, look, we took a tough job. I like the disposition that is being, that the administration is looking at, what's knowing that, look, we are at the precipice. And look, we have to go up. We are at the balance there, and anything lower than this is going to be a problem. You know, so I like that disposition. I like that, you know, that front from the administration, and we're looking at it. And it's not just about hope, but we are seeing that some things are being put in place, and these things should, all things being in place, bring the desired results that we have in our economy. I mean, there's a talk here, of course, about the floating of the dollar, and now. It makes sense that we have a unified exchange rate.
It's a floating naira, but... Floating naira,
pardon me. It makes sense that we have a unified exchange rate because now the market will determine. And I know it will take some time. We'll get a financial analyst and talk about the econometrics behind it. But then you have to understand that, look, a lot of things are going to be, a lot of loopholes are going to be taken out. Now people can be competitive, and that's the thing that happens whenever the market is open. Competition. And competition will bring better prices, and things would actually... settle. We expect that it will balance naira. The official rate, like it came, the official rate was about 460, and then of course the black market was over 750, and about that. Now it's about the middle, 600 or so. It will balance out itself eventually in time as market forces play on it.
There is also another byline here. It says here, TUC to federal government, watch out for Forex speculators. Because, you know, speculation in the market now, it makes things a little difficult for people to make plans
so you
for
see,
the next
speculation
quarter.
is part of it. I mean, look at what happened when the president was sworn in. Speculative indexes was what made the boost in the stock market. Because people speculated that, okay, there's a new president coming in. He is somebody that financially, I mean, he
has a background in finance.
Yes, he worked as an accountant at a multinational. You understand? So you expect that but when it comes to the finance, that something will happen. So it was speculation that led the stock markets to move on a bearish run at that particular time. You see? So as much as there's speculation there, watch out for it, yes, but it is part of the market. It determines the market most of the times ahead. You know, so, but yeah, you can't just put all on speculation, as it were, and I probably think that's what they are talking about here. We're talking about watching out for speculative indexes.
We also have the Punch newspaper with us this morning, and the headline here says, APC bigwigs jostle for ministerial slots. Tinubu names 8 special advisors. Party chieftains favor Keyamo, Omo Agege, Fayemi Adeyeye, Ganduje, Marafa, and others. Edun appointed special advisor on monetary affairs. Alake gets communication. Ribadu handles security. Now, I did notice on social media, I'm Talking Twitter now, that there was a shift in opinion as from before with regards the picks. There were people making reference to the ages of the people that had been picked by the president, and also making their own speculations as to where the president is going with his selections. Now, there are still a lot of other slots yet to be filled, and everyone is wondering what next. One person was a special advisor for energy. Yeah. She was trending on. Yes.
Although with over 20 years experience in the energy industry, she looks a very young person. For me, age is not just a number, but then for me, it's about competence. Yeah. Whether you're old or whether you're young, whichever way you look at it, age, competence for me before you even think about age. If you're competent enough, no matter how old or how young you are, you can go ahead to do the job.
She was actually present at an event where she was asked advice on energy. This was about 2 years ago. And it was really interesting that we see her name on the list as at today. It also says here, okay, there's still quite a few other headlines on the cover of the Punch, but let's switch to another paper now. It says here on the Nigerian Tribune, poor economy, we asked for a tough job, we can't complain, Tinubu tells governors. NEC moves to provide palliatives for workers, vulnerable groups. Federal government to seek World Bank funds to implement CNG. Rising food prices push inflation rate to 22.4%, according to the Bureau of Statistics. And it also says here why IGP sealed 17 local secretariats in Plateau, and governor calls for calm. We also still have the photos of the appointed special advisors here, Ribadu Alake Edun Adedeji and 4 others as special advisors there. We also have alleged sale of government property. ICPC arraigns Ojerinde Sons, daughter-in-law in fresh suit.
So yeah, there are 2 headlines here. I'd want to just look at in tandem. Of course, major headline, we asked for a tough job, we can't complain, as I mentioned it earlier. And then, of course, rising food prices push inflation rate to 22.4%. That is really high. That is really very high. But then, of course, that has to do with subsidy removal. Sure. And, you know, but we see the palliatives for me, I know we had spoken about, when they spoke about sharing money to the indigent poor and all of that, which I feel is not the best thing to do. If we can sort out things like power, and then we can sort out things like road network and transportation, those ones, Lagos State government is doing quite a lot. And then we also had news of the market as well come together to donate 100 buses. We can sort out transportation, and then we can sort out power. I know that for the past week or so, power has been quite good. It fell off maybe 2-3 days ago. But if that one is sorted out, the reliance on PMS will reduce. Definitely. Because that's it. Diesel, of course, had always been at that price. But it's the reliance on PMS as an economy that has made this, that is pushing this inflation at this particular period in time. So the palliatives can come in restructuring and ensuring that infrastructure, especially in power. I told somebody that we cannot push as much power as we need because the infrastructure for the power has not yet or can't carry as much as is required. So we need to work on the infrastructure for power. And I hope that this time around, when states can generate their own power and all of that, this can be sorted out. Yeah,
a lot of people don't understand that food prices are also dependent on how the food gets to the people. For instance, there were some cases last year where we heard of food spoiling in the north because there were just not enough vehicles to get the food down to where it needed to be. And of course, when rising fuel prices are also involved, it takes it even further. We'll definitely be following up on these stories. We will be giving you updates and, of course, following up with the news bulletin later on. We're going to be heading over to Winnie in the kitchen at this point.
Welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. It's a beautiful Friday morning in here. And of course, we're definitely making you something you definitely should eat this weekend. And I have Chef Ben here with me. Hi, Chef Ben. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
Chef Ben is the only chef that will put palm oil inside wine glass. You don't see, that doesn't inspire you. Yeah. I don't know what's... Okay, tell me, Chef Ben, what are we making this morning?
Okay, today we are making a special seafood okra with pound yam.
Okay, special. It's obviously special because I can see this place. And I'm wondering, please, Rafa, how are you still buying seafood? in this, in what's happening in this country? How? And it's not just normal seafood, it's like gigantic prawns.
That is a
so where did you find this? People need to know, where did you find this guy?
Yeah, if you want to get the seafood, you go to Ibejuleki. There's a market there it's mainly for
seafood. So it's a seafood market.
So I think it's cheaper there than any other
place. Because I mean, these tiger prawns are gigantic.
Yeah, sure.
And how much? Let's say this, the prawns.
Like a kg is about 9,000 naira.
Okay.
So the calamari there have 5,600 per kg, and the fish they have 4,000 naira per kg.
Wow, not terrible, not terrible. Okay, tell me. So what do we need to bring this special seafood okra to life?
Okay, so first the water is heating.
Yeah.
I'll add my calamari. I'm pouring that one second. Turmeric.
Okay, turmeric.
Special.
All right. Okay, I've never seen that one before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one now is going to change the color.
The color of the. Oh wow. So is this specially for? Anyways, now let's actually check the ingredients out. I think we have it right there on the screen. And for this special seafood okra, we need salt, of course, okra, garlic, onions, prawns, palm oil, turmeric, crayfish, calamari, oziza leaf, crockerfish, fresh pepper, seafood cubes, of course, and fresh basil leaf. All right, okay, let's see. So back here. So now you said you're going to use the turmeric to change the color of the calamari. Is that particularly the reason why you're using turmeric and the flavor as well? Because I've never heard of turmeric in soup before. This is going to be my first time. Yes, I know, I understand now. Yeah. Okay, so now I know how to make and cook my calamari. All right, there's still so much happening right here in the kitchen. Of course, you know, okra doesn't take time to make at all, but then again, we're definitely going to leave Chef Ben to literally go on with all of this preparation. Still so much to come right here, so make sure you stick around. We'll be right back.
Now, there's something we look forward to on Fridays, and that's the fashion segment. This segment today is extra special because we're commemorating the International Day of the African Child. We're going to be highlighting how African heritage is represented through designs and colors in children's clothing. And today on the couch with us, we have Fumi Banjoko, the CEO of WakeUp Kids. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so this is a really interesting experience for us right here on WakeUp Nigeria because we have child models in the studio. We have Maureen and Foy here. Hi, you want to wave? Wave at us. All right, you look amazing, girls. You look amazing. You need to talk to us a little bit about the designs we have here with us, one by one, and tell us why you put them together and how you're able to find different designs for kids.
Okay, yes, so what Foy is wearing, it is called the Arike blouse and skirts set. Okay. If you notice, it's mixed print. So what we do is to play with prints, play with colors, because, you know, with kids, you need to give them something that stimulates them, that brings out the joy in them. Okay. What we've also done is to add that touch of Africanness with the beads on the, you know, sleeve, on one of the sleeves. Okay. And so that just all ties it together, giving her that really nice finished look. So even though it's a two-piece skirt and blouse, it does look like a dress. Okay. And the beautiful thing is that it's so versatile because you can style it in multiple ways. So what she's wearing now can be styled in more than 5, 6, 7 different ways. With the skirt, you can throw on different things. You can put on a jacket, all sorts. With the blouse, you can wear shorts, you can wear anything. Now, Morisola is wearing what is called the Aramide dress. Okay. The Aramide dress is known for its beautiful prints and the really beautiful soft lace, you know, that is made up of.
She's obviously very comfortable in it.
Yes, she is.
She's feeling so free and energetic.
Exactly, and which is what the, you know, the outfits do for you, because we're very deliberate about the choice of lace and things that, you know, we put on the clothes just to make the kids feel very comfortable. Also with the Aramide dress, even though it's a single piece, it can also be styled in multiple different ways. You can put a jacket on it, and the good thing is
I have a jacket here.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Just
you
put it on
try
your shoulders and
on?
let's see what you know it looks like.
So let's see them put the jackets on.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So as they do that, let's talk a little bit about this issue of comfort. It does feel like a lot of pressure for parents to just go and pick something off the shelf. But going the extra step to use African prints feels like a lot of work for the average parent. What have you been able to do to make it a bit easier?
So what we do is we make our pieces ready to wear so that you don't have to think about how do I mix prints. You don't have to think about, oh, you know, this situation of tailors and their disappointments. So you can walk into some stores that we partner with where you can just pick up clothes off the rack. You can also buy online. So that's one of the things that we're doing to make it very easy for parents to be able to shop African prints very easily. Also, because they're very stylish, the kids can, you know, obviously play in them, they can be comfortable and all of that.
Speaking of comfort, they look so comfortable on set right now. Yeah, look at the jacket. She's trying to put the jacket on herself. She's just too cute. But one thing I wanted to ask, doesn't it feel like a lot of pressure to sort of Africanize our kids' clothing? You know, I just feel like let them be kids. And it does feel like it's easier to access some of the more foreign outfits. You know, they're just right there on the shelf. Why do you think it's a good time now to make a change?
I think it's important because as Africans, it's important that we represent who we really are, okay? Okay, I think she needs a bit of help.
Yeah, she does, she does.
Yes.
Okay, let her stand right here. Oh, I think she's stuck in there.
Yeah.
But we're also seeing some images on the screen of some of your pieces, some of your designs. They're extra playful, extra comfortable.
Yes.
It looks like so much fun to wear. Now, sourcing for these fabrics, is it easy for you as a brand? Is it easy for you to find all these beautiful fabrics?
So we're very deliberate about our fabrics. We're very deliberate looking out for one of the things you'll see that stands out for Whaler Kids is that we always work with very bright, beautiful prints. So we're very deliberate about that. Sourcing for our fabrics is also not difficult because we're very deliberate about the quality. One of the things that we get all of the time is people saying, oh, my first daughter got this dress 3 years ago and then has passed it down to the next child because the quality is very good. So sourcing for fabric, we have conquered that.
All right. I think it's about time for Moi and Foyi to turn around. Let's see the back of the outfit.
So you can take off your jacket so we can see the outfit itself.
Look at the back of the outfit. It's really nice. I'm always worried about zippers with kids. I'm always worried about zippers. Do you do zippers or buttons? Which one do you prefer?
We do both.
You do both?
Yes, because again, over time, we know where to get good quality. So we never have those issues anymore. In the first 1 year, yes, we did have some issues, but I mean, going down 6 years now, we've conquered that. Yes.
All right then. And now I have to say thank you, and thank you to Maury and Foyi for showcasing for us today. You can turn around now. You can turn around. You can turn around and show us the front of the dresses again. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, you're gonna do your pose for the camera. You're gonna do your pose.
You can put your jackets down so we can see your dress as well.
All right. Let's get those jackets back. Go back. Go do a pose for the camera for us so we can take a nice photograph of you. All right, pose. Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you to you as well, Fumi Banjoko here, for coming to showcase.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so maybe you needed some style inspiration for your kids. Yeah, well, what we have here is the opportunity for you to make their wardrobe just that little bit more colorful. Thank you so much for today. All right, we have our chef and Winnie in the kitchen doing everything possible to make sure that that meal gets done in time. Come on over. Yeah, the glasses. We almost forgot the glasses. Thank you for reminding us. Bye. Winnie, I think you should take
Welcome back into the Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen. I'm still here with Chef Ben, and we're making seafood okra. Sorry, special.
Remember that name, special.
It has to be special. Sorry, special seafood okra. And of course, poundo. Is that poundo?
Yeah, poundo.
Yeah. All right. So tell me, Chef Ben, what have we done so far? I can see the calamari in that pot is boiling with the turmeric, and please just let's.
So I have my calamari there.
Calamari there, yes.
You can see the color has changed already.
It's now yellow.
So I added a bit of salt inside there.
Okay, for taste.
Yes, for taste,
Yes. Okay.
So right now, I'm going to start the process
of making the seafood okra. All right, so how we start?
So I'm heating my pot to be very hot.
Yes.
Then after that, I'll add my onions. I'll add my palm oil, onions, and I'll add the fish and the prawns together. Oh. Yeah.
Oh. From that early, won't he break and start? Will you take it out?
It won't. Because
so it's going to be really quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're boiling the calamari separately because it takes a longer time to cook, right?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so now I noticed also you're cutting we have different cuts of okra right here. So now can you explain that for me? Because I know certain people that literally don't like chopped okra.
Okay.
They prefer it, I don't know, grated. And I'm like, nah, G, I'm not grating the okra. So tell me, why are you doing this?
Why I'm doing this because this will help the liquid.
Okay.
To compact together. While this you will see it with your eyes, the okra. You eat the okra.
And it will be crunchy in there. So this finer cuts helps the okra draw more.
Yeah, it helps to draw more.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the crunchy, the bigger cuts literally makes it more crunchy. That makes a lot of sense. And so can we
blend the okra?
Yes.
No, that would be too dry. That would be too dry, yeah.
Some people like it like that, sir.
Okay.
They want to eat ogbono soup, but it tastes like okra.
So the palm oil has to be very small because mostly you don't like putting oil in seafood okra. Okay. I like to add a bit of oil. So that the color will come out so fantastic.
All right, amazing. Yeah. Okay, so how long are we going to let the oil? Are we bleaching the oil, or we're just letting it?
You're not going to bleach
not bleaching it.
Yes.
So it's just getting hot.
Yes.
Okay. Just a little. Okay, so now let's see. In case you're just joining us, we're here making special seafood okra with Chef Ben, and the ingredients right there on your screen. For that, we have salt, okra, garlic, onion, prawns, palm oil, turmeric, crayfish, calamari, uziza leaves, croakerfish, fresh pepper, seafood cubes, and of course, fresh basil leaves. Amazing. Okay, so is the oil hot enough now?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, so the onion is going in.
Wow.
Is there another method of making okra soup? Is there another method of making okra soup? That doesn't have to do with the frying. For people that are mindful of their health and all.
Yes. That is why you don't need to use oil. And even if you want to use oil, you don't need to bleach the oil or even fry the oil. No, you add the oil as you are boiling your proteins together with your okra. Then you add
add it in. Okay.
Yes.
So you add everything on top. So it's like cooking it the other way around.
Yes.
Instead of using the oil first.
Yes.
You cook your proteins, slice all of that, and add everything on top. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. Alrighty, so our okra is definitely safely underway, and by the time we come to the kitchen, again, we'll probably be there. Ready, right? Ready. Amazing. All right, we're going on a quick break right now because it is the top of the hour. So much more still happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria, so make sure you stick around. We'll be right back.
Okay, no, let's not motivate and start asking. We are here to bring the fun, yeah? Bring the fun into your Fridays. Of course, we have all shades of great programming and a fabulous content.
Thank you so much for letting us into your world. A big shout out to our e-community, those of you watching us online. We appreciate you. We love you. We see your comments and your movement. We love it. There's loads of happiness, cheer, and excitement in the studio, especially on Fridays. We had some kids here earlier on that definitely put a smile on my face.
That was serious fun. You should. But in fact, we need to get the younger one to come there during our intro and just sashay in and out. That was wonderful. But of course, something else that's wonderful is seafood okra. As much as I am not a particular fan of
seafood. We all know.
But I know when they look very nice when you put it together, right?
It
smells
definitely
good.
tastes even better, believe me. Mike,
It does, eh?
I don't know how you're not fond of
Chef Ben, is there snail inside?
There's no snail
There's no
inside.
snail.
Oh.
Are you calling seafood?
When did
It's
snail
not
become...
really
You
a
have
seafood.
only crab.
It's not
It's snail
seafood.
is
It's not seafood.
It's snail is seafood.
Snail is not seafood.
It's not seafood.
All of you are cancelled.
Wow. I don't think of snail as seafood, but hey, maybe Mike does. As long as there are good times to be had, we will be the drivers. We'll be in the driving seat. And hey, we'll be encouraging you to have a great experience. My name is Titilayo Unso.
I am Mike Messikeno. The show is live at tvcentertainment.tv. And then if you don't know, you can watch it on GOTV channel 16.
Yeah.
And it's on the ultra high frequency. That's the terrestrial band 49.
Yeah,
You can also download the app.
The app is available for Android or iOS, no matter what you're using. You can watch us in the palm of your hand with no stress. Now, we do have quite a bit still coming your way. Okay, it's about time for us to get up close and personal with Nollywood actress Shama Aga. Now, she has featured in quite a few TV series, movies, well, off the top of my head now, Picture Perfect, Survival, and a host of others. It's great to have you in the studio.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on a Friday. I know you've been watching the show from behind the scenes.
Yes,
How have you felt so far?
Oh, well, I mean, I saw the most exciting part was a little girl I saw this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fashion segment.
Yeah, it was really nice. Great job. You guys are doing so well.
Oh, thank you so much.
Really, really nice.
We saw a clip of you earlier on. I'm not sure whether it was a trailer for a movie or a series. I need to confirm from you. Okay. But the energy in there, goodness me. Yeah. Where do you get that energy from?
Well, I mean, I'm an actor, and then if the character has to bring out all that energy, and then I have to. I mean, so yeah, I have to.
Being on set in a movie, in a series, can of course have its challenges, but it does seem like you're shining through. You need to make sure you tell us about how this journey began.
Okay, so I've always wanted to act. It's something I've always liked. I've always loved to do. I remember I've always been dramatic. I was a very, very dramatic child, and my mom would sometimes my mom would be like, just go and be an actor because this you're doing here, you're just acting, you know. And I think that's how it started. And then I started to do plays in church. Started to do stage plays in church and all of that. And then one thing I wanted to do, both for myself and my mom, was to finish university. So the moment I was done with school, I just started off. I started with auditions, started pushing and started trying to get roles and all that because it's something I've always wanted to do.
So I know you mentioned your mom already supporting you through this, but when you finally said, you know what, this is what I want to do, was she still on board with it, or did she tell you what the average Nigerian parent would say?
Well, she was actually, but at some point, I think one of the challenges my mom has had is she's a very proper person. So she always says, don't do this kind of role, don't do that kind of role. And I'm like, Mom, I'm an actor. If I have to play this character, if I have to be that character, it's not about me anymore. It is that character. I have to bring life into that character. But aside from for her resentment for certain characters, the way the character dresses, the way the character portrays, aside from that, she's been very supportive. I remember when I told her, because my parents are in Abuja. I remember when I told her, I just woke up one morning and I said to her, Mom, I think I want to move to Lagos. I want to just go and pursue this acting thing. And I remember her packing my bags for me.
Oh,
like, okay,
really?
That's what you want to do? Okay.
Oh,
just be sure that's what I'm like. This is what I want, you know. So yeah, she's been very supportive.
That's amazing, honestly. But I know she's praying for you where she is.
She definitely is.
Let's talk a bit about some of the roles you played.
Okay.
You know, we saw you in a clip there with Deyemi Okolawon.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you've been able to, you know, you've acted alongside quite a number of significant actors in the industry. Is there any pressure whenever you come across these actors to put on an extra performance?
Okay. So for me, one thing I've always tried to do for myself, or one thing I've always tried to hold on to, is confidence.
Okay.
Because sometimes you don't really know how these people are. They're just people that you've seen and you look forward to working with.
Okay.
Sometimes they make you comfortable, sometimes they don't. They're just all up in their, you know, trying to. But the main thing for me is whenever I get the opportunity to work with such talents, I'm usually excited and I just want to, you know, learn from them or see how they want to play that character. So I always ask questions. Everybody knows me. I always ask questions like, okay, so what do you think? Do you want us to play it this way? Are you comfortable? So by the time I engage them in such conversations, some of them are really excited to, you know, oh yeah, let's do it, you know, and some are like, whatever you want to do. I mean, I'm just here to do my thing. And, you know. But I think what has really helped is confidence. But however, I mean, what means that, what negates that? But however, I try to be as confident as possible. There are times where I get overwhelmed, but right now I think I've passed that.
Okay,
I really have passed that.
Well, from some of the clips we saw earlier, I think you are right. I think you are past that. But I'm thinking about some of the projects you're working on now.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the projects. Are they your own personal work or it's still with other production companies?
Oh, okay. So currently, I mean, I've attempted producing. I've produced like 3 films.
Oh,
but aside that, currently I've just been working on other projects. I'm currently on one right now. You know, I have to leave again to continue filming.
Okay. So, talk to us about that role. Tell us about it.
Oh, okay. So this particular, the one I'm working on right now is for Rock Studios.
Okay.
I think it's a beautiful story. It's directed by Desmond Elliott.
Oh, interesting.
Playing alongside Yemi Black, Celeste Ibrahim, and some other fantastic actors. The character is just a single child who wants to get married, but her mother does not want her to get married.
Interesting.
Her mother wants her to achieve in quote, like, and then she gets pregnant. So her mom is like, how can you even get pregnant in the midst of all this? What happens to your master degrees abroad? What happens to your law school? You know, and all of that. So they're just fighting through that process.
Okay.
I think I like the story. I think it's a beautiful, it's a love twist.
I feel, okay, I know you can't release the actual name and title of the project yet. I know that that's probably against the rules. Unless you want to break the rules here. Do you?
Okay, for this particular project, I actually can because I think they've started posting the BTS. And
okay, all right, go ahead.
So the title is Till Death Do Us Part.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Till Death Do Us Part. It's a beautiful.
And I guess somewhere along there, you know, if it's the Nigerian movies we know, you find some dashing, handsome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Always finds a Prince Charming.
But is there ever any pressure to take roles that you don't, you know, that because a lot of producers put actors in a box. You've been seen in the more romantic films. Have you ever thought of maybe going into action and the like?
Okay, so yes, that's one of the things I look forward to. So as an actor, I'm looking for, there's certain characters I'm looking forward to, and luckily for me, this year I'm about to do a particular project that gives me that, and I'm actually trying to just keep fit. You know, I started hitting the gym.
Wow.
I get lazy at times, but because I don't have a choice, you know. And then of course I had to change my diet. I changed my diet because I just need to, you know, just be in that. So I'm not trying to lose weight, but I'm just trying to fit into that character.
And of course, brace yourself up for some more action roles.
Yes.
Now, I have to say it's a pleasure talking to you. Shama Aga in the building.
So
and we're going to be having games in a bit. Will you join us for games?
Oh, yeah, why not?
All right. Sure. Fantastic. Make sure you stay with us. We're taking a break. Now it's Friday, which means it's game day. Yes, finally, I get to say it. I've been holding it in.
All week long.
And Winfrey and I have a going battle.
Oh, we do?
Well, yes, we do.
Okay.
Because as soon as Winfrey started doing games, I just started feeling very afraid. It's like crawling into a corner because she changes to another person whenever games start. But we also have Shama Aga joining us for today's games. Woo!
Yay! On a scale of 1 to 10, how competitive are you?
What?
8. Are you sure it's 8? Did you see that performance on that?
Yeah, honestly, see the energy. Mike is blessed amongst women today.
Yeah.
Focus on the game and see.
I should focus on the game. What's that supposed to mean? Okay, so one of Mike's favorite games to play is concentration. And there's a dance he used to dance. How is it? Should I do the dance for you? No, I won't. There's a dance he used to dance like this whenever it's time for concentration. And he's the best person to run this game.
Where do you get that from?
But today
I've never played concentration with you guys.
Really?
I'm telling you. You guys always make fun of it, but never do it.
So today is the International Day for the African Child, and I'm thinking we should focus on children-themed concentration. Yes.
I don't have children, not that I know.
That's not the point.
All right. Well, we were all kids, I guess.
So, how do you start it again? Okay, concert.
Wait, so what do you call the category?
I'm not calling. I'll call it.
Okay, all right. So how do we start? We go. Yeah, go.
Okay,
go
so how are we starting from?
You know, first of all, there are different generations of concentration.
Wow.
So
really?
Just saying.
You trying to call me old?
No.
All right. I am actually a little bit. It's fine. So, concert. Names of children's movies.
Wait, how do we move?
From here. Start.
And how?
I'm going to change this thing now.
How? Just, is
From
it like this?
Here.
Let's do like this.
Okay, like this.
Oh. Mike, this way.
Okay, like this.
And then it goes round. Hey, so you define that.
She's calling. Let's do it like this.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. So define the order.
From him to you.
Okay, all right.
We'll start from Mike.
Okay.
And then we go to our guest.
Yeah, that's what you define now.
Okay, no problem. You go run this game last.
I do what you want.
All of you have now thought of movies. All right. I'm going to change it now.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Concert. Names of children's movie soundtracks.
Wow.
Beauty and the Beast.
Moana.
Little Mermaid.
Aladdin.
Cinderella.
Soundtracks. Go on. Okay, so we've done our first round. That was a testing round. Let's use that as a testing round.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Right? What?
Those are not soundtracks.
Those are you had soundtracks.
Yeah.
He didn't give a soundtrack. I didn't give a soundtrack.
I didn't even know it was I had soundtracks. I just said it.
All right. So the next one is going to be concert. Names of children's books. Children's books. Mike, take it.
The Drummer Boy.
Sex Education.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That's children's book.
It is a children's book.
I don't know. There's no children's book coming to my head. Move to the next round.
Mike, why are you like this?
I said there's no children's book coming to my head.
Concert.
Your turn.
Names of cartoons. Names of cartoons. Cocomelon.
Oh, no. I lost it. Cartoons. I lost it.
Start again.
All right, start again.
You've thought about 5.
That's what you should do.
Concentration. Names of children's cartoons. Ben 10.
I don't have a children's cartoon in my head. I'm sorry. Mike, your turn. You take it.
Colors. Let's do colors.
All right.
Okay, concert. Names of colors. Green.
Pink.
Yellow.
Blue.
White.
Purple.
Brown.
Orange.
Violet.
Indigo.
Pink.
Lilac.
Gray.
Black.
Violet.
Someone said violet already. All right.
How many colors do we have?
All right.
A lot of colors.
Lemon whole.
With this day of, you know what I mean.
Leaf
this
green.
day,
What?
cockroach brown.
Ew. Got it.
Concert.
Names of things in the studio. Chef Ben. Another thing.
Did you really? Camera.
Monitor.
Lapel mic.
Couch.
Table.
Ball.
Throw pillow.
A beautiful guest.
Flowers.
Camera.
I've already said camera, Mike.
Monitor.
He already said monitors.
Face cap.
All right then, guys. I think our concentration levels are varied today, but it was an interesting game. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Shaba. Now, Winfrey, how about that seafood All right, so we're back in the kitchen. We're free. It's your kitchen.
Yes, we are, of course. And we have Chef Ben here. Chef Ben has been hard at work. Welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. And we made this special seafood okra and poundo yam just for you.
Yummy.
We'd love for you to try it out and tell us exactly what you think about it. Yeah.
So have a taste.
Go ahead. Chef Ben, tell us, how did we make this seafood okra? What does it consist of?
Okay, so we have prawns, we have calamari, we have croaker fish, and we have crayfish.
Yeah.
And in our calamari, we use turmeric for
you like
calamari.
Fish? It's obvious. How's that?
This is really nice.
Oh,
nice. This is really nice. Seafood okra is
special.
Is it all by itself? Amazing. Thank you so much, Ben.
Yeah. And now you need to tell us how you feel about
your second take.
You were very enthusiastic earlier.
I'm so excited about it. Okay, so I think it's really nice. I know it's really nice. I don't think this is nicely made. I mean, the okra tastes really fresh, crunchy, and that's like
lovely.
Crunchy okra is everything. So it's really nice. Job well done. I hope I get to eat more of this.
Oh,
how do I get to eat more of this?
It's all yours. Chef Ben, nice one.
Thank you. Okay.
It's been a fabulous week right here at Wake Up Nigeria. And we'll be back on Monday morning from 7 a.m., yo. Bye.
Bye.